Good evening, everybody. Welcome. We are in our new center. Yay! I like it, don't you? Feels good, right? Feels like the answer to our prayers. And we are going to start tonight by the gospel moment, where we take a little passage of the gospel and we make a very little comment just to initiate and just to provoke us into meditating over these passages throughout the week. So it's more like an invitation, more to get your curiosity, your inner curiosity agitated, so we can keep meditating on these beautiful passages. And tonight we have this passage from chapter 10, page 132. Settle matters quickly with your adversary who is taking you to court. Do it while you are still with him on the way, or he may hand you over to the judge, and the judge may hand you over to the officer, and you may be thrown into prison. I tell you the truth, you will not get out until you have paid the last penny. So this passage is in Matthew 5, verse 25 and 26. And in the Gospel according to Spiritism is placed in chapter 10, where it covers blessed are the merciful. So reconciliation with your adversaries. Settle matters quickly with your enemies. Ouch. Do I need to talk about this? Yes. So what does this mean? Because settle matters fast with your adversary who is taking you to court. So your enemy is taking you to court, so you have a problem, right? And then it advises us to settle it, fix it, and do it while we are on the way. Or the consequences are he may hand you over to the judge, and the judge may hand you over to the officer, and you may be thrown into prison. In a quick, superficial reading, we can see that he's telling us to forgive, right? So we shouldn't have any enemies, and we see the enemy as another person. The adversary is the person who does not think or agree with how we think, right? So we should settle our matters really fast, and otherwise we are going to be thrown into the prison. Another deeper meaning of the passage, if we are guided by the spirit of Joanna de Angelis and her transpersonal psychology, we could see settle matters quickly with your adversary. The adversary, the enemy, not as somebody outside, not somebody external, but our own inner enemies. Settle it fast, solve it, reconcile whatever contradiction you have inside of you, negativity that you have inside of you. The enemy is not outside of us. The enemy is inside of us. It's our own shortcomings, our own negativities. That's what we have to reconcile. When we find peace within, we are able to find peace with others, because we are not blaming them. We are not taking away our responsibility and placing in somebody else's hands. Make sense? What is the prison that we are thrown into in case we don't settle whatever negativity is inside? The prison is the prison of our own guilt, the prison of our own conscience. Exactly. So while we don't solve what created the problem within us in the first place, we are not going to be able to solve with the external enemies. There is a very powerful sentence that says, no man is our friend, no man is our enemy, every man is our teacher. When we start seeing the other as an opportunity to help us to evolve, to learn, to understand what it is inside of us that needs fixing, right? Then we can go forward. Even those crazy people that we are like, oh my God, who is this person? What is she doing? Why, right? When we start seeing the adversary, the enemy, as an opportunity for us to learn, even if it is to learn how to exercise patience, humbleness, whatever it is that we need to evolve, that's what we do. So the enemy is not an external enemy, it's our internal enemies. That's who we have the responsibility to fix. Then once this is okay, first of all, you are not going to attract that lesson anymore. And second of all, you take away the power of the other person that has over you. You can't blame them, so it's easier to forgive. It's the only way to forgive. When we take responsibility for what we are, the situation we are at, and not blame somebody else. So let's work on our own inner adversaries.